So welcome to DocWob-TV, update on the Yamahas. I'm not even going to say what episode it is because I don't know. So we're flat out, me and Tone are just head down now. We're into June. I wanted to get Tommy's bike finished. Obviously it's not. Let me show you what we're up to. So the deal with Tommy is, you know, he has his own sponsors, his dirt store team. So he's not using the same stuff as the other 7 bikes we're building. So Tommy's got the 23mm offset. With 23 down?
Yes, I think they're 23.
23 offset RG3 clamps. K-Tech have done the suspension because K-Tech are Tommy's sponsors and they know what to do, so it saves us a big job. So we coated them and made them look pretty, sent the stuff up there. Jake did his magic with them, so Tommy should be half happy. Got the Race Effects bars, which is his sponsor. Tommy's doing his own graphics. I think right now he's waiting on Monster Energy to sign off on the designs because they have to do that, same as we do with Yamaha. JSV pipe is made on its way from Belgium or Holland, wherever they make them. So we've got 2 options on JSV pipes to try. Cylinder, even though this cylinder's on the bike, it's only placed on to stop any dirt getting down inside there. So it's not the right one. The cylinder's on the way from Pro Circuit. So we're going to be, we know roughly where we're at jetting wise. We're going to be somewhere close. So the bike's ready to go. Hubs are a bit of a delay. The one sponsor we've asked for hubs haven't come up with them. So we've had to go a different route. So the hubs are being a bit delayed. We should have those in the bike by next week with the tyres. Another week, 10 days, this thing should be done. Engineers over here. Where's my coffee anyway?
I don't know. I thought you wanted me to come in.
No.
Yeah, I can do that.
He's doing me nothing. So it is essentially the same build of what we're doing. We have done for the last few years with these Yamahas. We've got some oversized GMX rads on the way, so we're going to run those on Tommy's because he likes to rev a bike, bless him. So we'll go and test with the cylinder. We got some new fuel. We're gonna try some Renegade fuel, which I think is good stuff. So we're gonna go out and see if we can run that stuff. Then one thing I know a lot of people would have noticed is the Raptor pegs. I know they're not period correct and they're not my style, but Tommy's feet were coming off, and trust me, you don't need him whinging at you. So just do what he wants. Just have the pegs, mate, if that's what's going to make you happy. So the colour scheme is basically a dirt store team colourway. So it's black front end, white back end. It's going to have gold rims, obviously the black frame. Just, I don't know whether he's going to stick with the black seat cover or not, but we got different height options and different foam options. It's going to have a vented front plate. But apart from that, it's much the same as the other ones. Let me show you those. Do you think he's going to be checking the sag very often?
I've never heard that before.
So this one is Mike Brown's bike and it's finished. We've got the graphics on it. We've got the 70th anniversary livery from Yamaha. They've signed it off. They're happy. We're happy. Frank from VMX, we've been backwards and forwards a little bit with him. Sorry, Frank. I know we've been a pain in the ass, but we got it right. It looks mega. So just waiting on seat covers now, but because we've signed an embargo with Yamaha until, I want to say 20th July, but it's around end of July. So we can't show you what it looks like until then. So when we can, trust me, I will. At that point, all the bikes will be stickered up. So it'll be quite impressive to see. So there's going to be 7 in the same colourway, the same, just different numbers. They're going to be the same bikes we're going to run for Foxhill and Farley. So they're going to be impressive, I think. And the good thing is Yamaha are going to run them on Yamaha.com, which for me is the first time a original manufacturer has featured a restoration firm, so that's good news for us. So that's recognition from a global brand, which is a touch. So we've got a bit of production line going. We've got a bit of a production line going on. Obviously, the Brownie bike's finished. I say it's finished. It's got to come apart down to a bare frame again, but that is all the mods, all the stuff we've changed is done. So now, once these bikes are built, we'll then go back to the Chiodi bike, the Villapoto bike, who's going to be run this year by Motocross Action Magazine, and the Mike Brown bike, and we'll just do a normal week to week what you would do if you were a Grand Prix mechanic or an AMA Supercross mechanic. You tear it down to the bare frame, clean everything, look for damage, replace the chain guides and whatever you got to do. So that is only 2 or 3 days work, so I'm not concerned about that. So this one is the 8th in line, so it's the least built. Motor's going to go together early next week. We've got all the stuff to build the forks now, so there's nothing holding us back. The wheels are built. Cylinders are on the way from PC. By the time this motor goes together, they'll be here. I think we're going to go, at the moment I'm still deciding whether we paint the tanks or not. It depends on the Brownie one. I'd love to show you and get your opinion, but I'm leaning towards not painting them at the moment, so that's not set in stone, but we might do. But a lot of the work's done, all the frame mods are done, the swing arm's done, that's a big ugly oval job, the subframe's done, linkage, the wheels are built, motor's ready to go together, we've got everything, so it's just a matter of assembly now really on this one. So this is the last one to be done, and we're hoping to have it up on its wheels, motor in, suspension in, brakes done, well before the end of June. So I have told you this before, and I'm going to tell you again, because did you ever see the video with Tommy riding that bike and it's running like a bag of shit? Well, the carb was to blame, basically. So we've redone the carb, it's all good to go. This is a new one just to show you. The problem with Tommy's was mainly PowerJet solenoid. Now, your PowerJet solenoid is a really simple thing. It opens and closes, that's all it does. And it's connected to the wiring loom, and the wiring loom is connected to the throttle position sensor. So when the throttle's in a certain position, this little piece will withdraw that needle up inside itself with a magnet or whatever the fuck's inside it, and allow fuel past. Now, I don't know if you can see that. You see that there? Can you see it? That's got a little rubber tip on it, and that seals. That one, not. So without the rubber tip, fuel's just going past all the time. So it's basically flooding the motor. You'll never get it to run. It's always going to run rich. These are £180. So you can buy a second-hand car for 150 quid and you might end up with one like this. So it's scrap. So it is a dilemma on these bikes. So it's such a small thing, but if you don't do that, you'll be battling. So my advice to you is 2 things. Take the powder coat off the frame and make sure your solenoid's got a seal on it. Have I said about this one yet?
No. Well, we did.
No?
No, because we just did the first shot.
Oh, I thought I said this one was like a week on from that one.
Then we fucked it up, didn't we?
Oh, we did? Yeah, so start again. Forgot that. So this is bike number 7. Motor's built, ready to go. Carb's done by my good self. Toned the motor, a lot of cleaning, a lot of fluffing and buffing, every bearing, everything brand new inside. Wheels are built. Sonny actually came and built the brakes for these, helped us out. This one's got a tall seat option. We've got 4 different seat options. We've got tall, we've got regular, we've got low, we've got firm. So, and the guys, then we start into different amount of ribs, and sometimes they're sewn at the front and they're sewn at the back with a flap and all that. So it's a lot of drama. But the clamps, the forks are in it just so we can set the steering bearings. So they'll be built next week, hopefully. Get the motor in that one, get the forks in this one, forks and shock done. Everything's here now. Waiting on tyres from Dunlop through Ben at Madison. So once we get those, we'll have some boots on them. We are on target. It feels like I'd rather have them finished now, but there's only one bike done, but we are on target. We're getting there. So this is us building bikes. We have obviously all the parts kicking around the place, but each bike, each build has its own bolt kit. We have half, in fact, I think Fletch picked these, didn't he? So we have a pick list for a YZ250-02. So the guys pick 8 sets of bolts, YZ250-02. We have them in here. We don't stick them up, waste of money, but we have them in. Also, when we're building, that helps us make sure that we're in the position of somebody who's bought a set of bolts. So if there's something that's not quite right, we know to change the pick list, rather than selling £1,000 set of bolts and some are not fitting. So we use what we sell. We sell the same stuff to HRC and factory KTM and factory Yamaha as we sell to yourself or we use. So it's the same stuff. It couldn't get any better quality. My FIA Formula 1 supplier guys helped me with all the metallurgy. I can't even say the word, but he switched on. He helps me out a lot. So these bolt kits are complete chassis, complete motor, all the weird stuff like the oil fill, the oil drain, the steering head nut, the rear brake pivot, all that stuff. It's not just regular 6 and 8 mil bolts. There's some special stuff on these that we build for the factory Yamaha guys, which chain roller bolts and a few other nice knickknacks. Another thing we do to these is we do fit the new shape chain guide because they're available, and trying to find an old shape chain guide is expensive, or you're trying to buy second-hand ones which are just as bad as the ones you've got. So we do cut and modify the mounts on the swing arm to take a modern chain guide. It's just easier and faster and ultimately cheaper for us to build it, and the parts are readily available. So we choose to do that. So these builds have to be as good as they can be. We want to get through the weekend without any dramas, but we always have dramas, especially running with guys of that level, because, you know, they would have broke these bikes when they were new 23, 24 years ago. They'll break them now, given a chance. Now all the aluminium is, you know, 25 years old, 24 years old. The more new parts you can put on it, the better. So we have gone a little bit on these builds, not as crazy, like we're not doing the steering dampers, we're not doing the tie axles, just because they're not worth the money they were worth before. You know, 2 or 3, 4, 5 years ago, they were worth a lot of money. Now, not so much. So we have to build them accordingly. We have to cut our cloth. So they're going to be as trick as anything. Hopefully they perform well. Hopefully we don't get too many dramas with on our hands and knees trying to fix gear selecting issues.
Website.
Oh yeah, all this stuff's available on DocWob.com. You need to go there and check it out. We've got a lot of cool stuff. We're building the website constantly. It's trying to get all the stuff that we actually make on the website, and a lot of the stuff that we're importing or we're exclusive distributors for. So that's what that's for. The eBay side is all the second-hand parts, the parts we bought from the teams, the breakers we have and bits and pieces like that. But if you want the bits we make and the bits we import or we specify, DocWob.com is the place for that stuff. Okay, so rundown. Tommy Searle, Mike Brown, Alessio Chiodi, Motocross Action Magazine, Josh Mosserman, Ryan Sipes, Phil Nicoletti, Sam Sunderland, Guy Martin. They're the names we're building for. So pray for me, please. Just pray. So that's it for this video. Just a bit of an update on where we're at with the bikes. Hopefully by the next time we film, they'll be mainly finished. Whether we can show you them yet or not depends when we're filming. So we've got those coming up. There's a really cool new project I can show you in the next video. We've had a bit of a setback. It wasn't planned, but I can show you that in the next video. So like and subscribe. All the new usual channels really helps. We're going to have to keep pushing the DocWob-TV stuff. And unfortunately, got to keep sending you to the website to try and upgrade your ride.